What's up everyone, Chitchella here, back for that middle of the week Wednesday upload. So this one's going to be a little bit longer, sitting roughly at around 20 minutes. That's because we are going 5 rounds. That's right, it's going to be a 5-round match, and not only that, it is actually with a very special guest. It is a fighter out of Russia, and he actually lives in Russia, so being able to set up this match was pretty insane just because the time difference is pretty significant. But anyways, yeah, he does have a lot of IRL boxing experience. He's been able to send me a few matches of his own. He has real knockout power. I've seen him legitimately knock people down in real life. He's not able to upload a lot of these videos on TikTok just because there's restrictions for people in Russia because political things going on. But that's neither here or there. The point is, he's a really great fighter, and he provided an amazing match for this video. So anyways, yeah, big shout out to Iron Petronovoseltsev, and I probably completely butchered that. But anyways, yeah, big shout out to him for the great fight. Please remember to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel. We got videos coming up weekly, and we also have a really legit boxing underdog match that I just dropped on Monday against a super high ranked fighter, so check that one out. It's a little bit shorter, about 6 minutes. But anyways, yeah, let's jump to PvP, have some fun. So like I said earlier, just being able to set this match up was pretty fortunate just because the time zone difference, it's going to be like nighttime when it's daytime for us. You got to remember that he literally lives in Russia, so I'm on the East Coast of the United States, so, not even similar time zones at all. So the way this match even came about was he just reached out to us after seeing some of the videos on TikTok, like what he saw, and wanted to, kind of test his skill out against me and throw the fight too. And, like I said, after this match, he did send me some of his real-life boxing footage, not like just him training on a heavy bag, like him actually in the ring with another opponent. And obviously he's very tall, but he does have actual knockout power. There was multiple times that he was able to put his opponent in the corner and literally just drop him to the floor. As you can see, I'm kind of got my new style more refined in this match than I have in previous matches. I'm not strictly using peekaboo style. I do incorporate it at certain moments, like right here, but I primarily use it defensively and to launch a quick attack, and then I just pull away and go back to that new style I've been working on. Being that he was from Russia, I was actually pretty excited to test this new style out, just because I was mostly expecting him to use a lot of that Russian boxing where he's kind of hopping a lot, bouncing in and out, but he ended up having a lot more straightforward, very aggressive technique, which also worked out in our favor, because one of the primary goals of this new style that I'm using was the defensive mechanics of it, that I've been able to utilize more just for my own body, and yeah, so it was a great opportunity to test it out. I think from this point on, I was able to kind of tell that he is looking for very targeted attacks. It's pretty clear that he's not swinging wildly. He's looking to actually put some damage down.
Let's go. Break it up. No holding. Let's fight.
I think my biggest worry overall was going to be the connection being so far away, but the player-to-player ping was actually pretty smooth from what I recall, and I asked him if he was seeing any lag on his end, and he said it seemed like it was going really smooth, and I'm not noticing on my end, and I don't ever recall having any issues during the match as well, so yeah, pretty lucky on that aspect. So the focus on my newest style really is just burst attacks. Like defense, let my opponent kind of wear themselves out, try to think that they figured out my pattern, but I switched up frequently throughout my fights. So once they kind of think they're confident, I throw in a quick combination, get away, reset, try to do it all over again. And with the newest update, heavy use of jabs. I feel like the jab has a lot more damage to it than it has in previous versions of the game.
Fight! Hey, stop!
Alright, super solid round one. His room scale was slightly smaller than ours, so with his height advantage, that made it a little bit tricky to navigate around him, but I think overall we kept our head moving pretty tight.
Mouthpiece is in, seconds out.
Going into this, I actually just wanted to do 3 rounds. I was supposed to match up with somebody else after as well. But I think with his, his real-life experience, he just automatically set it to 5 rounds. Just, probably something he does as a warm-up. He probably goes way longer than that most of the time. But, yeah, so I wasn't really mentally ready for the 5-round match, but pushing through it either way.
Break it up. Take a step back. Let's go.
Also interesting note, as something he mentioned, is that a lot of people in Russia are big fans of this game, and they take it pretty seriously. Like, they use it as a really good form of training, and they try not to cheese the aspects of the game as much as possible in order to truly utilize what the game was meant to be. That's that burst attack I'm talking about, and then I just get away, go back to defense, kind of reassess what's going on. I honestly wasn't expecting to have to move around this much. I didn't think he'd have the pace so high at this early on, but the thing is, he was able to keep that pace pretty much the entire game. So yeah, he's got a lot of stamina. That big overhand right wouldn't throw me so much forward if there was actually like resistance there, like on a heavy bag or something like that. I put a lot of weight into my right cross. Had some controller issues. I actually never asked him what happened. I think he had to end up replacing batteries or something like that, because it did take him a little bit of time. But it was a nice rest up for us. Yeah, that was actually the last 30 seconds of round 2 that took place. So, all right, round number 3, let's go.
Okay, ready?
I remember being worried. I was like, oh man, did something happen again? Like, is the match going to end? But everything was all good. He was just adjusting something. Figured we got a lot of rest in round number 2, so I might as well switch it up to a bit more of an offensive style and see what we can do before we take some really nasty stuns, I guess. I forgot to mention in the beginning, but this actually was the latest, well, technically not the latest now, but the 1.3.1 patch. So that's why you're noticing the damage not accumulating so rapidly like it was in 1.3.0. Coincidentally enough, they did just drop the hot patch, so 1.3.2 is now in, which I've heard, from what I read, the damage reduction seems like it's a little bit, less, so we should be seeing less, super grayscaling really fast. But there is the potential for a higher knockdowns to become more frequent after a certain threshold of damage is reached. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm trying to use my defense mainly to figure out my opponent's attack pattern, kind of get a glimpse at where they place their guard whenever I throw a counter, so I can get better counters later on. Also, just to constantly keep the scenery changing, shift around them, and make my opponent's momentum kind of have to stumble as they try to catch where I'm going to be next. Tried to flip some offense on him and backfired extremely bad. Normally when I get in close like that, I'm able to throw a few good body shots without really taking a lot of damage, but that height advantage is giving him just free reign to lay the hits down on us. I just remember being super tired at this point, so it became very difficult for me to fire off my own shots and kind of keep him at bay. I mean, as you saw, he was just kind of coming at us, and I just had to keep evading. I was able to throw some counters here and there, get a few combinations, but it was getting hard towards the end of that round. So, yeah. But enough about that. Round number 4. I literally had no clue who was taking the rounds, so I wanted to press the offense here just to kind of make it go in our favor, or at least make it a little bit more secure, knowing that it's going in our favor,
Break! Step back!
The problem with that strategy is I was already pretty tired, so to press that kind of offense made me significantly more tired, and as you saw, it slowed me down, and he was able to just take advantage of that slower movement, and still is at this point. Every once in a while in matches, there's a specific clip of Jack Dempsey hitting the heavy bag where he's really just bouncing around it. A lot of movement. It's also just one of the most famous fights. He's just got a ton of movement, and so I try to remember to implement that from time to time in my matches and just keep circling around my opponent to create new openings.
Let's fight. Break!
That was probably more due to ping than anything else.
Fight!
Oh my god, what a wicked counter.
Hey, stop it!
Yeah, that was actually making me nervous. I felt like he was maybe getting my timing down too accurately, and that was couldn't get away.
Stop! Step back! Let's go! Hey, stop! Step back!
Yeah, I know my movement's getting a lot slower because anytime we go in for an exchange, I start grayscaling almost instantly. Just my head movement's not the way it was in the first couple rounds.
Take a step back. Let's go. Break! Step back. Fight. Stop fighting.
Whew. All right, round number 4. Let's get on to round number 5. It's literally been like a handful of times that I've done like a 5-round match, so these are always stamina pushing.
Box on.
It has been a great fight. Let's finish round number 5 strong. The handful of times I have done 5-rounders, I've noticed that after I get past round number 4, I kind of get a bit of a second wind.
Hey, stop it! Step back! Let's go!
Still gotta watch out for those counters.
No holding. Box on.
We gotta push out of this corner before we just get pinned into oblivion. Oh man, he said hell no, get off. Yeah, it's difficult to break in. You know, I feel like I can get in and get a few shots off, but he figures it out pretty quickly and is able to defend everything else.
Hey, stop it! Step back. Let's fight.
Trying to stay close and just constantly shifting around him to get various angles,
Stop, stop.
with the goal of
No
also
holding.
not setting off the clinch. So that wasn't
Box
intentional.
on. Break. Take a step back. Fight.
Whoa, super delayed.
Hey, stop. No holding.
And there you have it. That was an absolute smoker. Let's take a look at the scorecard.
Ladies
Oh, nice.
and gentlemen,
We actually took that one.
the
Let's see
winner
how
is
it went.
the blue corner.
All but round number 4, and the damage was very close, just by 600 difference. Awesome. And there you have it, Chetley versus the Russian boxer Iron Petronovoseltsev. It was a great match. Once again, sorry for probably butchering the name. My bad. But anyways, yeah, thank y'all for watching, especially if you stuck through all the way to the end. Always appreciated, helps us out a ton. Please remember to give that video a like. It only takes a second. Subscribe to the channel. We still got videos coming up every week. And as always, I will see you all on the next one.